They say if your voice is loud, some people might notice, but if your words carry real meaning, everyone will stop and listen. Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm sharing a story that's not just interesting, it might make you think differently about life. This is about a young man, only 24 years old, working under a tough employer in a busy town. He had no relatives left. Both his parents had passed away long ago, and life wasn't easy. Each day was the same. Work hard, earn a few coins, go home to cook a simple meal, eat quietly, and sleep. One evening, after preparing 4 flatbreads and a small pot of vegetables, he went to wash his hands. When he returned, 1 flatbread was gone. He frowned, puzzled, but decided not to dwell on it. The next night, it happened again. On the 3rd night, curiosity got the better of him. He decided to keep watch. That's when he caught the culprit, a round-bellied mouse nibbling away. He caught it gently, ready to scold, but then something unbelievable happened. The mouse spoke. "Brother," the mouse squeaked, "why do you stop me? I only take my rightful share. Please, let me have my portion."
The young man stared in disbelief. "I barely make enough food to live," he replied. "4 breads keep me going, and you steal one every night? My days are already hard enough." The mouse tilted its head and said, "I know someone who can change your fate. He answers all questions and gives guidance for life. His name is Master Gumruda. Go to his retreat, and he will show you the path." The young man hesitated but eventually agreed. He took 5 days off from his job and began the journey. On his first night, he passed a large estate, its golden lamps glowing warmly in the dark. He knocked and asked for a place to sleep. The owner, an elderly man with kind eyes, welcomed him inside. Over dinner, the man asked, "Where are you headed, son?" "I'm going to Master Gumruda's retreat," the young man answered. The man's face lit up. "That's wonderful. Could you do me a favor? My daughter hasn't spoken a single word for 20 years. Please ask him when she will speak again." The young man promised he would. The next day, his journey took him into a dangerous mountain pass covered with snow and sharp winds. Unsure how to cross, he spotted an old hermit in colorful robes sitting cross-legged on a rock. The hermit opened his eyes slowly. "Where do you travel?" he asked.
"To meet Master Gumruda," replied the traveler. The hermit nodded. "Then you must ask him something for me. I've meditated here for 1,000 years, but I still cannot enter the heavenly realm. Please find out when I will ascend." The hermit then used his mysterious powers to create a safe bridge of light for the young man to cross the mountain. Later, he came upon a vast roaring river. He stood there, wondering how to pass, when a huge ancient turtle surfaced from the water. "Where are you going, traveler?" the turtle rumbled. "I'm on my way to meet Master Gumruda." The turtle sighed. "For 500 years I've lived in this river, waiting to transform into a dragon. Ask him when my time will come." The young man agreed to the turtle's request and crossed the wide river, riding on its massive shell as the current swirled below. At last, after days of travel, he reached the retreat of Master Gumruda. He sat quietly among the visitors, listening to the wise man's words. When the teaching was over, an attendant announced that the master would only answer 3 questions that day.
This left the young traveler in a difficult spot. He had 4 questions to ask, one from the estate owner, one from the hermit, one from the turtle, and one of his own. After a moment of thought, he decided to set aside his own question,
choosing instead to help those who had trusted him. When his turn came, Master Gamruda gave the answers. First, the estate owner's daughter would speak on the day she married. Second, the hermit would enter the heavenly realm once he released his staff. Third, the turtle would become a dragon when it abandoned its shell. The young man bowed in gratitude and began the journey home. By the riverside, he met the ancient turtle and relayed the message. Master Gamruda says you will take the form of a dragon the moment you shed your shell. Without hesitation, the turtle slipped free, and in a flash of light, its body stretched and transformed into a magnificent dragon. Before soaring into the clouds, it left behind a gleaming pile of pearls as a gift. Further along, he found the hermit in his snowy mountain spot. The master says you must let go of your staff to ascend, the young man told him. The hermit smiled, handed over the staff, and within moments his form dissolved into a beam of light that rose into the sky.
Finally, he returned to the grand estate and delivered the final answer. Your daughter will speak on the day of her wedding. The old man was so delighted that he said, "Then who better to be her husband than you?" The wedding was arranged, and as soon as the vows were completed, the bride turned to him and spoke her first words. "You are the one who visited our home that night." From then on, the young man's life changed completely. He had riches from the dragon's pearls, the powerful staff of the hermit, and the companionship of a loving wife. And all of this came because he had chosen to help others before himself. This tale holds a gentle truth. Real strength comes from generosity and sacrifice. When we set aside our own wants to serve those around us, life often returns the favor in ways we cannot predict. By replacing fear with trust and selfishness with compassion, we open doors to opportunities far beyond our dreams. So take a moment today to lift someone else up. The reward you receive may be far greater than anything you imagined.